Hey folks, gray skies and rain won't stop us. Today, we're upgrading the Gen 1 Toyota Tacoma's ditch lights. These bad boys are so powerful, they'll spot Bigfoot before they spot you. If you've ever off-roaded at night, you know stock headlights leave blind spots on either side. Ditch lights fix that. Plus, they look cool. Parts and tools. So we got some step-up bits that we'll use to drill our holes so we can put our switch through. We got our light kit here. I got the yellow tinted pods to match the fog lights. And what does the kit come with? Well, the 2 pods, of course. Comes with this complete wiring harness, all wired together already. You got the switch, the relay, all the ends have connectors on them. Comes with additional connectors for your lights. You'll need some zip ties to hold your wiring back. You'll need a drill. And it doesn't hurt to have a prayer and maybe some duct tape. And we have our hood mounts. These are sold separately. Already got them put on there just to mock them up. But these mount directly onto the hood here. And they come with these little metal protectors so they don't scratch up the under part of your hood. And it comes with all the Allen wrenches that you need as well to bolt everything together. And if that sort of thing's your jam, I got a 42-inch light bar I'm going to wire up next. I'm going to give these magnetic mounts a try. They seem pretty tough, but we'll see. First thing we got to do is mount our bracket to the hood. As you see, it'll just slide right over the hood, and then we'll tighten it down with an Allen wrench. And here's that little safety bar I was talking about. Slip it in the provided holes, and then the Allens will apply pressure to the plate instead of your hood, so it won't scratch it up or puncture any holes. I'm going to keep it kind of loose so that I can orientate it where I want it. There is what it looks like mounted on there. I'll go ahead and do the other side, and then we'll mount the lights themselves. Okay. Get a locking washer on there. Thread the nut. Good enough for now. Okay, those are on. Now we gotta adjust it left or right, see where we want it. And it looks like they both need to come out a little ways. All right, struggling a little bit with the provided wrench, so I grabbed me a H2.5 and a 1/4 inch ratcheting wrench, and then just ratcheted it on that way, as Ernest would say. I got them more or less where I want them, and just loose enough to adjust them at night when I'm on the road, get maximum visibility. They look pretty slick. So next thing I gotta do, let's get her wired. Okay, what are we working with? Got the wiring harness laid out, more or less. Got our positive and negative. Let's go to the battery. Probably have to put in the fuse there. We have our switch, which will unplug so that we can feed it through the firewall. And then for our lights, we got the wiring here, and then the jumper for the other side. And then we'll get the lights wired up first, and then we'll make sure they work before we run this through the firewall. Rainstorm. Okay, I know it's a mess, but I just got everything lightly laid in there so I can give this the old test here. Yep. Yep. Sweet. Okay. Not the best job, but it turned out all right. I tucked the wire under that, I don't know what it's called, valence. Let's kind of shove some wires down in here. I couldn't. If the wire is a little bit longer, I would have liked to run it underneath and hide that. But doesn't seem like that's going to be a thing. Maybe I still can. No, it's just, I don't know. If I can run the wire underneath this, maybe. I might still play with that. That's the one thing. I got the wire through the firewall. Now I need to go on the inside and figure out where I'm going to put that switch. Okay, in the Yoda itself, I think I want to mount the switches right here, if I can do it cleanly enough. I think this just pops off. I'm working on a Gen 1 Toyota Tacoma. There's a couple steps here. We have some pins we got to pull. Look like this. Use a screwdriver if you got one, or where'd my little tool go? We got one of these tools. Got one of those on each side. There's going to be a screw right down there. And then I'm going to pop off this cover with a screwdriver for the air controls. And then there's 2 Phillips head screws on either side. And then the whole thing should pop out so that I can get to this guy. Okay, that pops right off. And you can just pull your knobs off as well. Looks like I only got 1 screw, and maybe there should have been another one right there, but it's broken. So let's go ahead and get this. Oh, nope, there's one right here. There we go. Now it wants to come. Alright. Looks like we got a Phillips head on either side. Looks like mine is broken on one side, but I think I'm going to screw it. This should come out. Alright, there's a screw on either side of the stereo I gotta take out. And then the whole thing will come out here. So now I have access to the back. I don't need to take it out all the way, I just need to be able to reach under here like this and feed my switch through. And that should be good enough. And then I'll put it all back together. Got them in there, put back together well enough. We got our lights back on. So that is good. Pods by themselves. They put out a pretty decent amount of light. Cool. Went ahead and installed the light bar on top. I didn't record it because it's the same procedure as the pods or any other lights, just a little simpler because there's not a bunch of brackets and things you got to mess with. Trying out these magnetic mounts. I know it's a little sketchy because somebody could steal them, but they kind of look like they're bolted on there. And oh, they're really good too. I don't know if you can see that. How much I'm shaking it, but it's not moving an inch. It's on there pretty good. I think it matches the overall aesthetic, and it's super freaking bright. So it's end of May in Alaska right now. It's pretty bright. I'm gonna have to stay up till like midnight or so until it gets dark enough to run all these, but I'll try to get some nighttime footage for you. We'll get it all adjusted and take you out for a little night ride down a wooded area so we can see how bright these things are. But I can do a little demonstration in my garage. Alright, it's not super dark in here, but here is the light bar. Super bright. Here is the floodlights and ditch lights. Ditch lights, spotlights, overhead lights, headlights, lows, highs. Now let's do all on. Really bright. That's it. A rainy day well spent. Subscribe for more Tacoma upgrades and tell me in the comments what your next mod is. Maybe I'll try that out on the channel. Thanks, guys.